Coming up, we'll take a look at a few new options for food and drinks in town.
Go guys!
And whether you've helped out before, there's a volunteer opportunity for everyone during the Give a Day week of service in April. Learn more about ways to get involved.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the 502 Report. A new development is coming to Louisville South End to provide much-needed services for the Fern Creek community.
$80 million is being invested, bringing shopping, entertainment, and restaurants to the Fern Creek area.
It will truly be the economic focal point of dining, shopping, and entertainment here in the Fern Creek area.
South Point Commons will be a 365,000 square foot center at Bardstown Road and the Gene Snyder Freeway.
During the construction phase, we're looking at 1,000 jobs that will be created with this project. In addition, after the construction is completed, we're looking at 560 permanent jobs in the Fern Creek area that will produce a payroll of over $11 million a year.
Whether you prefer to paint, landscape, or serve a hot meal, there are hundreds of opportunities to volunteer during the Give a Day week of service.
So each of them are a little bit different. There should be no timeline on compassion and giving. Actually, it happens all year round. So please check out each one of the specific events.
Mayor Fisher encourages every citizen to get involved and show what it means to be an international city of compassion.
And the people of Louisville responded in a huge way. And they have demonstrated again and again, including this young lady right here, that this is a compassionate city, a welcoming city, and a city where people believe in the value of doing what our great native son, Muhammad Ali, called the work of the heart.
Events run from April 15th to the 23rd. Go to mygiveaday.com to find a volunteer opportunity that works for you.
In the last 13 years, the nonprofit Supplies Overseas has repurposed more than 850 tons of medical surplus equipment. But sorting through all those supplies requires a lot of volunteers.
So I'm just looking for an expiration date. And there it is, and it's good to go. So I'm going to take it over to its spot. I can lose myself here in the service of recycling, which may not seem like a big deal. But when we're dealing with as much material as being thrown away, anytime I can save anything from the garbage is a good thing. Actually, when I very first started coming, I was pretty sick at the time, and I had just started back doing things in the world. And I would sneak in here for 15, 30 minutes at a time and work. I needed someplace to come. I needed a purpose, something more than what I was doing. And Supplies Overseas provided that.
Here at Supplies Overseas, we collect annually anywhere from 150 to 160 tons of surplus medical supplies and equipment. We collect these supplies that would otherwise go into our local landfills, sort them here in our facility, and we pack them and prepare them for redistribution, mostly overseas in third world countries, but also to our local nonprofits here in the Louisville community.
The expired material that I was seeing that we were not able to use, I really thought, here's a real opportunity to take what I know from education and what I see here and try to meet those two needs together, to try to reduce the amount of stuff that we're putting in the landfill. These go in IV.
This whole concept of helping the third world countries is just overwhelming and very heartwarming. I have just been volunteering here for 4 years, but I was in healthcare for 38 years. When I came, I thought, well, I'm just one person, and what can I do? Once you come, it grabs you, and people want to help.
I actually got involved through a group that came on a Saturday morning just to do a single sort. But as I looked around, I really felt like this was a place that I could add to. We are very, very volunteer driven. So all of the sorting Most of the packing, the putting of things into inventory, that's all volunteer run.
On the Mayor's Week and other give-a-day opportunities, large numbers of groups come in. We find projects and stuff for them to help us with. We are usually giving them projects that kind of overwhelmed us. It really helps because that gives us more supplies to work with. The give-a-day, we truly welcome people who want to come in because they are helping us with our job.
Louisville brings people together in these unique opportunities like Give-A-Day.
We have Boy Scouts, we have church groups, nursing schools, medical schools, so many people that come to volunteer, and it's like I say, it's because of them that we're able to be in the fine sort room today and be able to do this one category and get it ready to be put on a pallet to ship.
This is a way to touch people across the world from this one location, because we all need to be in service to one another. We really do, in order to grow as a community, to grow as a world. We have to serve one another.
Supplies Overseas is looking for volunteers during Give-A-Day in April and all year long. For more information, email admin@suppliesoverseas.org. Toyota's years of manufacturing experience have demonstrated that small changes can yield big results. They've proven that over at Metro Fleet Services and are now helping to guide a transformation for Metro Parks.
Well, I could say it was a catastrophe. It was a system that everybody had been following for so long.
The place was really full, really crowded.
There were a lot of items dating back to the 70s and 80s, which we did not need. Welcome to Central Services, which is the Louisville Metro Parks and Recreation's equipment storage and repair facility. Not quite the ideal place, but we're looking for improvement. Office of Performance Improvement in the Mayor's office basically spearheading this project.
So we use something called 5S, which is sort, straighten, shine, standardize, and sustain. That's the process that we followed.
We are unique in Parks and Recreation that we have our own shop. We take care of our own fleet.
There was a problem. We had a lot of lag time between when the equipment was dropped off and when it was picked up. So the average is 9 days, but we want it turned around in 3.
So as part of the process, we developed this visual board to show status at a glance. So it's the idea that if someone comes into the shop, they can kind of see where everything, all the equipment in the shop is within 3 seconds.
You name it, anything with a motor, we work on it.
What you see behind me actually wasn't even this organized, say about 2 or 3 months ago. Now we have lines separating where items get dropped off and where they get placed after the repair is done. It's easier to find the tools and the equipment that you are looking for. If you look at the windows and so on, they used to be blacked out, so to speak, and now they're much more airy and open. Creates a much more conducive work site in a workplace. Staff are much more enthused about coming to work, smiling all the time.
Everything's cleaning up and getting things in place. It's really coming around. The morale has changed quite a bit. And I can only see it getting better as things go by.
The Toyota Production System Support Center can help companies or nonprofit organizations interested in streamlining. Go to tssc.com. And with that, road crews started this year's Pothole Blitz, a concentrated effort to repair potholes that have been created over winter.
2016, we went way above that by paving 131 miles of roads, and so that obviously means our roads are in better shape and less susceptible to potholes. And once again, this year also we got lucky with a mild winter, so hopefully that'll help us also.
Metro Public Works crews have $250,000 worth of new tools to help them get the job done this year.
So one piece of equipment, which you'll see here in a moment, is a vibrating plate compactor. It replaces the handheld compactors and does a better job of pressing newly laid asphalt into place.
If you'd like to report a pothole, tweet the street intersection to #502pothole or call 574-5000. First responders deal with extreme situations and they don't have much time to react. Recently, 4 iHeartRadio DJs tried out LMPD's shooting simulator to get an idea of what police officers might face.
We're here at LMPD to try out the use of force simulator.
Okay.
We've gathered a group of iHeartRadio DJs. We're going to try out this simulator.
There's your weapon.
This is scary.
And we're going to put ourselves in
You won't go forward of the orange line.
real-life situations that police officers might face.
Talk to the screen. You got to kind of play along with it.
First up, 12 from 93.1 The Beat.
I know there's always been tension between the police and black community. I felt like it's important here to come today to get an idea of what the stress of the job was like. And by doing that, that'd be a step in the right direction.
It's happened every freaking time.
Ma'am, your tags are expired. Could you please calm down? Can I see your license and registration, please? Damn it, man. I didn't think that would happen. With it just being a routine traffic stop, I didn't expect the worst, so I wasn't mentally prepared for that.
Just a traffic stop. The next thing you know, it's a fight, or they're running, or it could be a lethal confrontation. So you can see you went from 0 to 60
real quick.
Then Amy Nick from 97.5 WAMZ
I'm nervous.
took a turn.
The boys around the office told me I needed to come here today, and my brother's a police officer, so I found this very fascinating.
Did that help her reaction?
Do I go up to this guy?
Talk to him.
Excuse me, sir. Could you come back here, please? Do you have a weapon? I just got hurt. First, he didn't look like he was a threat. He just looked like he was talking, but then when I saw him pull a knife, it was too late.
14 seconds he draws the knife, and in 17 seconds he's attacking you. So roughly about 3 seconds is all you had.
That's why he ended up pulling a knife on me, because I was so focused on just him and what I should do next, and obviously I failed.
Then it was my turn. Now, I was 6 the last time I shot a gun.
Excuse me. Hello? Please stand up, and can I see your hands, please? Can I see your hands? Can I see your other hand, please? Can I see your other hands, please?
You had to live it in real time. I'll show it to you in my time, slow motion time, and kind of critique what happened. Reading body language is very important for an officer on the street. And as you indicated, he did grab a bat and start to swing at you. Your first shot was in the upper torso. It was a hit. And your second shot was just right over top of his head. You handled it very well.
My pulse was racing, even though I know this is a simulation. I can't imagine actually being in the same situation and it be real.
Now it's time for Leland Conway from 840 WHAS to try out the simulator.
LMPD.
Now, he has a concealed carry permit. Did that help him in a potential dangerous situation?
Put the gun. Oh, man. I'm dead.
Even with the training that I've had, it absolutely is totally different in real life. And this wasn't even real life. So imagine a scenario on that grand scale where everything is moving around you. It's pretty amazing the way they have to make those split-second decisions. This was the closest we could get to actually walking in their shoes. And after this 15 or 20 minutes, I don't want to have to walk in their shoes.
If you're part of a group that would like to try the simulator, call 574-7010. 8th District Councilman Brandon Cohen might use tiny URLs, but he's got some big ideas.
I'm born and raised in Louisville, and I love this city, and I've been involved and interested in community affairs from a really young age. You know, I'm a kind of kid who woke up and read the newspaper every day starting when I was 10 or 12 years old, and have continued to do so my whole life. And so I've always thought it's been important to be informed, and when you follow things so closely, you really start to understand how they work and care deeply about them. And so that's really where my interest in civic affairs started, and I've worked in government and politics throughout my life, and that's taken me from President Clinton's office to presidential campaign of John Kerry when he ran for president, to Mayor Fisher's first campaign and working in his office, and now I'm a Metro Councilman from District 8, and I'm thrilled to be doing it.
I would like to talk to you about why I support Louisville to be a sanctuary city.
So I've always been interested in government. You know, I don't like politics. I've spent time as a political consultant, and I'm pretty good at it, have a good record of doing that, but I don't really like it. I'm fancying myself more as a policy guy. I've always been interested in getting things done. I'm pretty results-oriented. And so I think that people will see that in the way that I'm trying to handle my role as a Metro Councilman. For example, I have a strategic plan for District 8. You know, I campaigned on a pretty robust platform. Folks, if you vote for me, here are the things I'm going to try to do and get done. And I consider those to be commitments.
Exactly.
And I'm working hard now to try to follow through on those commitments. I'm really proud of the plan because I think it's important to have goals for what I'm trying to accomplish in 4 years, or else otherwise I'm just here, you know, voting my opinion. So I've made a tremendous effort to take a lot of the data that is out there and curate some specific information for people in District 8. You can go see it on our webpage. Go to tinyurl.com/data-docs, D8, and we have different sections where you can see District 8 street information and crime information and development information and spending information. We want people to know what we're doing and how it works so that they don't have any questions, so that they can increasingly do things for themselves. We want to empower people to access a lot of the tools the government provides. I think I'm a pretty decent communicator. And so much of getting anything done is communication and information sharing. And so I'm doing a couple of things to sort of update and modernize District 8's communications systems. I have a social media presence that's pretty active and expansive. I have a District 8 e-newsletter that I'm really proud of and put a lot of work into. It comes out every 2 weeks. And I want people to get information from me all the time, and I want to be able to get information and feedback from them all the time across multiple platforms. So we're experimenting with things. I actually just recorded my first podcast. It's a way to try to reach out and appeal to people in our district, a way of bringing people in. We recorded the first one with former Louisville Mayor Jerry Abramson. A really great conversation. We hope to continue producing monthly podcasts. So we're going to try a lot of different things to get people's attention, to see if we can get them to talk back to us, tell us what they think. And I think that that kind of communication is critical, and it really is, I hope, going to be a partnership more than anything else of the next 4 years. Let me know when you're available, because I'm going to go do it, but I don't know. I hope I'm injecting a new way of doing business into some of the way the council's operated in the past, and particularly in the way District 8 has operated in the past. And I think fundamentally I'm trying to transform the nature of the District 8 office. And instead of me being a representative to the people and dealing with their problems and being an ombudsman and a concierge to government, I'm trying to share as much power and authority and information with them as possible. And I'm trying to transform District 8 into an organization where everybody is a member and where everybody has an opportunity to get involved at whatever level they can, where we can all work together towards the same organizational goals. Again, because without all of us working together on the same thing, really hard to make progress. But we have the resource to do it in District 8, and if we don't, then shame on us.
If you're a District 8 resident looking to stay informed, go to tinyurl.com/cmcone-d8 and register for the e-news updates. One District 8 business is growing so fast that its owners are expanding production facilities to Shelby Park.
This is a dream come true. We're now officially operational and producing beer here, we're excited to say.
The three of us are pretty stunned.
Oh no, that's unbelievable, man.
5 gallons to 4,000 barrels in 5 years is a huge deal for us. We began home brewing after we graduated from U of L in 2012. We opened in April of 2014 on Bardstown Road at Douglas Loop.
About 2.5 weeks, start to finish. Some styles take a little bit longer to ferment. You convert starches into fermentable sugars, you boil those, you add the hops over here, and then you send it over to our cold side, which are fermentation vessels. You just don't know what it's like until you actually do it. In some regards, like the most rewarding and also the most challenging thing we've ever done. First couple 100-hour work weeks really wake you up quick to what being an entrepreneur really is.
I can't get the smile off my face. These guys are about the same age that I was when I kind of got my first big break. I'd almost been bankrupt 3 different times and learned a lot during that led to something that ended up being pretty successful.
Our original keg cleaner, PVC constructed. The groundwork that we laid early on was what really set us up to be able to make this jump to where we are right now and to really kind of be primed for future growth as we continue brewing.
We've been incredibly blessed with some great customers who come all the time. They've supported us all along the way. We have an incredible team.
We want to provide a place for the community to come and gather and to enjoy themselves and to kind of get to know each other and to build a camaraderie that I think all great communities are built on. So we feel like this neighborhood is primed to kind of come together and really experience the craft beer revolution and expand craft beer's audience to the rest of the city.
This is a dream come true.
For more information or to try their brews, go to 2120 Bardstown Road or greatfloodbrewing.com. A new sit-down restaurant has popped up in the Parkland neighborhood, and it's causing quite a stir.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, it comes from my grandmother. Her name was Irma. She had a restaurant for about 50 years. And this is my partner, and the deed came from my mother, who's Deborah. It's soul food, down home food from the South. That's what my grandmother's always cooked. So this is what we have. Everybody who knows Irma's know what type of food we have. It's good soul food.
Today is our grand opening, and we're excited about it because people have come from the north, south, east, and west to be a part of this great opening. Irma D is on the map. One of our favorite recipes is our macaroni and cheese, our Salisbury steaks, and cabbage and ham hocks.
This is a family that invests in this neighborhood. They are from Parkland. This is their 4th investment in the Parkland neighborhood. They are fully vested. They love this community. They love the people, and we love them.
And when you have the addition of a new family-style sit-down restaurant like this, with generations-old family tradition of good cooking, I can't believe but anything but great success will happen here as well.
Thanks so good. I ain't gonna let you good, but I ain't got nothing on this. Yep.
Irma D's is located at 1213 South 28th Street in the Parkland neighborhood and is open Tuesday through Sunday.
Where's the local grass-fed beef? It's being cooked up in an unlikely spot.
So there's a saying, oh wow, it's just hospital food. We get away from that. We like to tell our customers it just so happens there's great food at a hospital. The quality of the food that we get in-house is no different than any restaurant. The surrounding communities come in and eat. First thing they say is, wow, I can't believe that you guys have this kind of food at a hospital.
It's my job to really focus in on the food culture here at Norton Healthcare. To put it simply, you are what you eat. When it comes to your body's health, what you're feeding yourself is extremely important. And so we want to be sending the message and providing the education of how to eat the healthiest that you can. We might be digesting the cattle itself, but what did the cattle eat?
We literally are less than 5 miles away from this very hospital. Norton Hospital started purchasing our beef in January. When we first started and we were trying to decide what to do with the farm, we knew we had a lot of grass. Instead of mowing it ourselves, we decided to get some cattle. I honestly had never really thought about what are our cows eating. And when I looked more into it, they are eating corn indoors in small little cells called a feedlot. A lot of people say, well, what's the difference? An issue with corn is they can't digest it naturally.
Grass-fed beef burger is the healthiest type of beef to eat because it's lower in total calories and saturated fat, it's higher in omega-3s, lots of vitamin A, and it's just a healthier product overall.
It's really nurturing your body to a deeper level than just your corn-fed conventional beef.
Quality is top-notch. You know what product you're getting from that customer because it's local. We not only feed local customers, our employees, we're feeding patients, so we need that quality to be top-notch.
All 5 Norton hospitals offer the Look for Local program, including those grass-fed beef burgers on Fridays.
3, 2, 1.
What do New York, Sydney, and Louisville have in common?
Oh!
A dynamic touring exhibit of the Hunger Games movie franchise.
I think the books and the series and the movies has just inspired so many young little boys and girls.
Don't miss your chance to explore the world of the Hunger Games.
And I think it's just such an empowering story to have it here with Jennifer being a Louisville girl and Josh Hutcherson, PETA, being a Kentucky guy, and Woody Harrelson even having Kentucky ties. It's a natural fit.
The exhibit is on display at the Fraser Museum until September 10th, so check it out. Thanks for joining us on this episode of the 502 Report. Until next time, take care.
Metro TV, a public service of Louisville Metro Government.